For months, the Gillard government has been accusing the opposition of siding with mining billionaires against the interests of working Australians. Today, it got a taste of its own medicine. Unions are outraged by a decision to allow the world's richest woman, Gina Rinehart, to import foreign workers for her latest project in Western Australia. Political correspondent Tom Eggleton reports from Canberra.
Union leaders just so happened to be in Canberra today for a meeting with the Prime Minister. Her manufacturing task force is supposed to be about easing blue-collar pain.
Our focus today is on Australian jobs.
But as the meeting progressed...
Is the meeting to be conducted with all the media present?
The Immigration Minister announced the government will allow Gina Rinehart's massive Roy Hill project to be partly built with foreign labour. Union leaders were gobsmacked.
Who thought this is a great thing to do today? It is just sheer lunacy.
Up to 1,700 overseas workers will be imported under the deal between Ms Rinehart and the government.
I mean, I thought we were actually attacking these guys at the moment. Whose side are we on? This is a big win for Gina Rinehart. It's a big win for Clive Palmer. It's a big win for Twiggy Forrest. And it's a massive kick in the guts. A massive kick in the guts to those 130,000 workers in the manufacturing industry who have lost their jobs since 2008.
But the Immigration Minister says it's not as easy as bringing over workers who've lost their jobs in the eastern states.
Pilbara is a great place, but it's not for everybody.
But the government says Ms Rinehart presented evidence that without the deal, plans to build the new Roy Hill mine mightn't go ahead.
This agreement will ensure that regional and national skills shortages do not constrain this significant project and jeopardise economic growth and local jobs.
Yeah, the unions are important stakeholders in this process, and we've listened to what has been said, as we should with important stakeholders. But it's also important that we understand what we're doing here is ensuring projects can be built on time and on budget.
But it's not just the unions who are upset. The Greens took the opportunity to stake their case to blue-collar voters.
The government has outsourced our immigration policy to big business at the expense of Australian workers and their families.
And there could be more controversy ahead. Amongst the $500 billion worth of mining investments planned for the future, about a dozen would qualify for a similar deal to the one Gina Rinehart struck for Roy Hill.
In the next few months, I expect to see at least 2 or 3 that we will be pushing very assertively.
The Coalition's only complaint is that even more projects won't qualify to import extra foreign labour.
The real question is why this government only wants to put in place arrangements that deal with the top end of the resources sector, but lets large parts of the resource sector untouched by those types of arrangements.
The government says Gina Rinehart's got to make a proper effort at employing Australians first, and that anyone she brings in from overseas will have to be paid proper Australian wages and conditions. But with so many projects on the boil in the northwest, the 1,700 foreign workers that fall under today's agreement will be likely just the beginning. Tom Eggleton, Lateline.